All right, the question was asked, lose weight, gain muscle. I'm so confused. How much protein do I really need? My name is Dean Larson. I'm going to answer that question. And if you stay with me to the end, I put a PowerPoint together for you because there's some pretty fact-based stuff. Lots of details in here. You need to watch it. Stay with me to the end. I'm going to show you how you get my entire weight loss course 100% free, 20 years tried and tested plus. Exactly what to eat every day, where to get it, how to prepare it in less than 20 minutes or less. Watch it. I'll get with you on the other side and explain why I'm doing this. All right, so lose fat, gain muscle, how much protein? We're also confused. So this section is dedicated to any athlete, bodybuilder, powerlifter, wrestler, MMA fighter, any athletes having a hard time believing that a medium to low calorie eating plan with moderate amount of protein will help sustain their muscle mass while losing fat. So most of us, we all became overweight because of this perception that more is better. The best example is like a powerlifter, because powerlifting is not subjective. So you either lift the weight or you don't. Many powerlifters find that they're stronger even after dropping 2 or 3 weight classes, which means 20-ish pounds. You have more energy. They can't believe just how much pure fat they were carrying around in their body. And in order to develop a sense of nutritional reality, the athlete has to first acquire a realistic perspective of your goals and what you might realistically achieve. So anyone with training experience knows that the development of muscle tissue beyond normal levels is slow, arduous type of process. Now to lose fat and gain muscle is even a greater task, and that's what we focus. So that's how this whole thing started for me. So let's say that how much protein is needed for 10 pounds of pure muscle gain each year? Pure muscle, no fat, 100% muscle. So let's say for the convenience of this discussion that everyone reading this is going to try and train hard enough to stimulate 10 pounds worth of muscle gain in a year. How many calories, how many grams of protein, fat, carbohydrate is required for this muscle growth? So first, we have to consider facts and figures. Okay, we need to know the facts. So if you're to measure a pound of muscle, of human muscle tissue, using a scientific device, it's kilometer, it doesn't matter. You'll know it's going to find about 600 calories. It's going to have about 600 calories in. So a pound of muscle contains 600 calories. A pound of fat contains 3,500 calories. So by comparison, a pound of human body fat would contain 3,500 calories. So fat contains almost 6 times as many calories as an equal amount of muscle. So this points to the fact that it requires a lot less food to build muscle than it does to build fat. And of course, to build additional fat obviously takes no physical training. Muscle, on the other hand, is 70% water. So the difference in calorie content of these tissue types can be accounted for by the fact that fat contains more lipids, which are high in calories, than muscle. Muscle, on the other hand, is comprised largely of water, which doesn't have any calories. So muscle is 70% water. Fat is hardly any water. So if you think you're going to cut out your salts and stuff like that and lose fat, you're just not going to. You're going to lose water out of the muscle. Protein, or muscle, is 22% protein. Fat is half that. Lipids, hardly anything in muscle. It needs it though. We have to have some fats, and then that's in the plan. Fat, however, is almost all lipids. And inorganic material, of course, is in there as well. So if we all wanted to gain 10 pounds of lean muscle this year, next 365 days, we would need to consume 600 extra calories. That's the number of calories in a pound of muscle, times 10, the number of pounds of muscle growth we're going to stimulate, or 6,000 calories a year over and above the amount needed for maintenance. Meaning you're walking around, what you burn just sitting in the chair doing your work, whatever, walking around. So we need an extra 6,000 calories per year to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Not 6,000 calories a day, week, month, but a year. So to figure out how many calories a day above maintenance we need, You divide 6,000 calories by 365, which is the number of days in a year, and you come up with only 16 calories a day above your basal metabolic needs. So our daily maintenance needs for calories depends on our individual BMR, and we'll go into that later. But if you discover that if you need 3,000 calories to just stay the same every year, you're going to need 3,016 calories in order to gain 10 pounds of muscle each year. Now, so that what is that? We need an extra 16 calories per day. Again, those 16 calories are going to add up to 6,000 extra we need for the year. 16 times 365. So when you consider that you've been force feeding yourself thousands of calories, this is for the folks that are athletes and so then do that. We're going to get on the diet side, on the weight loss side, on the other side of it. It's just embarrassing to find out that you didn't need it. And we all do this bulk up and diet down. Man, if we all would have just taken our time and grown over time, your body would look better and it wouldn't be the mess it's in. So not all of the 16 calories need to be derived from protein sources. So in order to gain 10 pounds of muscle, you need only 1 gram of protein a day above your maintenance protein needs. So most bodybuilders or athletes, MMA fighters, are already getting much more protein than they need for maintenance and growth. So we need an extra gram of protein per day for this 10 pounds of muscle. And how do we calculate that it's 1 gram? Well, since we need extra 16 calories a day, and since approximately 25% of the, in that chart we saw back there, or 1/4 of the muscle is protein, then approximately 4 calories of that 16 should come from protein. It just so happens that there's 4 calories in a gram of protein. So you don't need tremendous quantities to build muscle. The fact that the muscle is only 22% protein suggests that our protein requirements are not nearly as high as you think. And just because muscle is 70% water, that doesn't mean we should be drinking gallons of water to hasten muscle growth either, because that's not going to happen. Now, of course, we need sufficient water for bodily functions and to keep ourselves flushed and stuff like that. But if you think you're going to gain muscle by drinking extra water because muscle is 70% water, that's just not the case. If we did drink extra quantities of waters, all that would do is we would just go to the bathroom a lot and eliminate the excess water, as well as you're going to lose some of your nutrients as well doing it that way. So it's all about balance. Now, protein, if we consume extra protein, we're not so lucky. Since protein contains calories, which will turn to fat when consumed in excess, we don't want to, it doesn't matter what the excess calories are. If it's above your basal metabolic rate and you're not burning it, it's gonna try and store itself. So, all of this goes around the marketing from the supplement companies. Okay, now they put it in shampoos, skin creams, the food we eat. They're telling us to eat all this huge amounts of protein, huge amounts of meats, and I'm here to tell you that the healthy way to do it is to not do that. Now, have I done it? Yes, we've all done it. We've all fallen for it. But when you get to the math, when you get to the science, when you get down to the nitty-gritty, you will find that you don't need to gorge yourself. So anyway, there's controversy as to how much protein we need in our daily diets. Most reputable sources will say you need about 0.8. Take your weight 100 times 0.8, you need 80 grams. Probably don't even need that many, 60-ish. 200, you need, that's probably too much as well. You're gonna need about, for a 220-pound bodybuilder, you're gonna need about 100 grams of protein. So that's 1 gram per 2.2 kilograms of body weight. Kilograms, 2.2 pounds. So half a gram of protein per pound of body weight is about where you're going to need to be. All right, so we mentioned basal metabolic rate. There's all kinds of crazy ways to do this, all kinds of fancy ways, but in reality, all bodies are different. So let's just get close. Let's just get right in there. And as we do this, you're going to find out that you're going to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. So for women, add a 0 to your weight in pounds, and then add the result to your weight in pounds. So for instance, if you're 150 pounds, you'd add a 0, be 1,500 plus 150, you're at 1,650 pounds, or I'm sorry, 1,650 calories. For a guy, for a guy, you're going to add a 0 to your weight in pounds, and then add twice your weight. So if a man currently weighs 215 pounds, he's going to figure 215 plus a 0 is 2150. 2150 plus twice his weight is 430, is a total of 2580. So his body will expend on a regular basis, doing exactly what he's doing right now, 2,580 calories, just vital life processes. Now this is obviously an active individual. And it doesn't, the formula leaves out any calories expended on on voluntary activity, walking or resistance training. Okay, so I mean, you can do this in a more difficult fashion, which, hallelujah, we don't have to do that. You can write everything down for the next 3 days and add it up and da-da-da-da-da. I don't do it. You don't need to do it. It's totally overboard because this will get you close enough. And the way we put our plan together, it's going to accelerate so fast, it's crazy. So, as you can see, weight loss is just math and getting proper nutrition, the proper nutrients in your system. Math in the number of calories that you need, proper nutrients. You get the proper nutrients, you will not have cravings. Yes, you will have mental cravings because you're seeing stuff, smelling stuff, of course. Your body won't crave it. You'll be just fine, and in a few days, you're over those things. Proper nutrients are very, very difficult. It's taken me years to figure out exactly how to get the proper nutrients. So when you do this, you're not going through any strife. It's just, boom, comes off like butter. So the question is, do you believe the numbers? Because if you believe the numbers, if you believe the math, all you got to do is put it in play. Denial doesn't work. It's never going to work. Denial is just going to lead to this whole, nothing ever works. You got to face the problems. The problems are math and the problems are nutrients. I solved both of those problems for you, for us. Thanks. Once again, Larson here. Hope you enjoyed the PowerPoint. Next for you is to go ahead and get my entire course. And all you got to do is go to howtoeatforweightloss.com. You'll opt in, I'll get your email, I'll email you everything. And what you're going to get is exactly what to eat every day, where to get the nutritional products, what the cost is per day, less than what you're spending right now, believe it or not. Exactly when to eat, how to prepare everything in 20 minutes or less, where to get everything. My entire course, videos and PDF that you can get and download at any time, free access forever. Your ongoing questions answered via individual response and or group type setting, depends on what's appropriate for you. Most of all, I'm going to show you how to attain your dream body without driving yourself crazy. See you on the other side.